Minutes until Grubhub. Let me see if I can log in with Grubhub. Nope. And I can't log in with Uber because I wasn't scheduled for 8. So we're just gonna burn 15 minutes here. So technically what I do when I do my earnings at the end of the shift, the way I calculate it, there's two ways, right? There's trip by time, and then there's base pay calculation. Now if my base, ooh, look at that. Now if my base pay plus my tips are higher than my trip time, I go by that. If my trip time is higher than my base pay and the tips, I go by that. Why? Because Uber, if you make less than base pay, they pay you the difference with the trip time. So if you make more in base pay plus tips, they don't pay you the difference. So basically, if you make more in base pay plus tips, that's what you calculate to use as your trip earnings. If you don't make base pay plus tips and the trip time is higher, then they use that as your earnings. You see what I'm saying? Grubhub's different. Grubhub goes by the old, I'm riding around like, I'm just burning time right now, but Grubhub goes by the old model. So in that case, I don't go by trip time. I go by base pay plus tips. So yeah, I'm gonna sit down and wait for this 8 minutes to pass by so I can log into Grubhub, and then I'm gonna stay on Grubhub until like 5 a.m. because from 9 p.m. until 4:30 is basically when I'm on Grubhub, and I'm gonna take every fucking order. Is my goal with Grubhub, so I can bring up my stats, so I can keep my premier status, all that bullshit. Another thing I wanted to say, I know I'm talking a lot, but I don't even care anymore. Another thing I want to say is what I notice when I do full time with Uber, just Uber alone, and I take every order, basically at the end of the day, when I'm on the electric unicycle, it ends up being anywhere from $24 to $26 an hour. So, and you ask why, if I'm getting paid $20 in trip time, why is it so high? It's because I'm on an electric unicycle, I'm going faster than what it predicts. So I'm actually doing more orders per hour. And over time, over the week, tips are added in, the little tips that I do get, and it ends up being around $24, $26 an hour. So that's basically what I get. Now I notice when I'm on the bike, I go slower because I'm on a mechanical bike, you know, and I can't make the same amount of money. I'm making around $20 an hour, you know, on the bike because I'm not doing trips as fast and as often. So there is a difference. You know, you would think that the dollar per hour, there's not a difference because you're getting paid by the hour, so what does it matter how fast you go? But there is a difference. Because on my bike, I probably make $200 to $300 less a week, I've noticed, than on my electric unicycle at the end of the week. And with Grubhub, what I've noticed, doing a full week, which I did, I actually save like about a day's worth of work. So let's say it takes me 7 days. Let's say it takes me 6 days to make a certain amount. I usually work 6 days a week. Say it takes me 6 days to do a certain amount with Uber alone for the week. It takes me about 5 days to do that same amount with Grubhub. So there is a difference with that as well. So, and that's taking every order with Grubhub. The other thing I noticed with Grubhub, I'm giving you guys all these little tidbits. This is in New York City, by the way. The other thing I noticed with Grubhub is I used to wonder, like, what's the benefit of working the days during the nights? Why do people like the mornings? There is a benefit with Grubhub during the early morning hours. I noticed it's because Grubhub tends to do like a lot of business orders. So like people like in corporate offices, they will order and they'll order for their like employees. And those, especially on Grubhub, they'll tip, and they'll tip real high. So there is a benefit doing Grubhub here in Manhattan in the morning, doing it like in Midtown and shit like that. And I'm sure some people know that, they just don't want to say that. They don't want to say that on YouTube or nothing like that. But yeah, so I think it's better to work Grubhub in the morning than at night, because at night it's just like drunk people or like people, you know, that aren't employees, they're just ordering at home, so they're less to tip often. But if you do it during the peak times, especially in the morning, stuff like that, you get a lot of like people ordering for their employees and stuff like that, and corporations tend to tip more, so you actually get more with Grubhub. So there's a benefit working with Uber and shit. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, but with Grubhub it does. So yeah, those are some things I wanted to say there. Let's see if I can log in. Yep, here we go, logging in. 8:56. Let's go. We're just doing Grubhub. We're gonna take every fucking order. I don't care how small it is. It's the old method. This isn't the new method with Uber, blah blah blah. Anyway, here we go. Gonna do it till 5 a.m. Little longer between orders sometimes, but that's okay. It's like I said, I've only done one full week with Grubhub, where I basically just worked with Grubhub for a full week. So in that week, I noticed that, like I said, I got basically a day ahead with Grubhub compared to Uber. So it doesn't really matter the wait time up. And basically what I'm saying is it doesn't really matter if I have to wait a little longer. It still ends up being better. But that could have been a fluke. You know, I could have got paid more that week. I could have got more tips that week, so I don't know. But it's all trial and error, dude. And here in New York City, we've seen the whole gauntlet, bro. We've seen regular pay. We've seen like $30 an hour pay. We've seen different mandates. We've seen it all, bro. We've been tested on everything. And here's the other thing is DoorDash brought back Dash Now. What the fuck? I guess. Look at all this. Look at all the times I can do. I'm Lower Manhattan, I can schedule myself right now. Like, what? Look at all this. Usually you get on here, you see nothing. You never can Dash Now. So I had an issue with DoorDash before, because let's say I went to Brooklyn down here, and let's say I was in this zone. There's different zones. You got North Brooklyn, you got Williamsburg, right? You know, all the shit. And if you got an order coming out of that zone, you got to go back before you can start getting orders again. And I didn't like that. And so I'm like, what's the point of doing DoorDash? Because let's say I get an order that goes 20 minutes out my way, which it does happen. And now you're stuck in a different zone where you're not getting orders, but you can't do Dash Now. So now you got to spend 20 minutes going back. So you're basically wasting your schedule. So DoorDash did a survey the other day where they asked what we thought about the mandate, which is rare. DoorDash usually, in my opinion, doesn't give a fuck about what we say. So when I almost made a community post about this, I'm like, dude, DoorDash is asking us what we think? No way. And so I left my opinion. I said, dude, you got to take out the zones. You got to bring Dash Now back, and you got to open up these schedules, bro. Because literally, I'm not working for you because I can't make any money with you, and obviously you're asking our opinion because you're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with your earnings. So, and then what do you know? I'm not gonna say that I made this change, but hey man, maybe they listen to me, because it looks like we got Dash Now back, and it looks like we can fucking schedule ourselves. So I hope they took our feedback, or they saw my feedback. I didn't think they were gonna take out the zones, because that's been a DoorDash thing forever, but anyway, like if you're scheduled and you put unavailable, in essence you're basically pausing Grubhub. And what happens is, if you're toggled off, that's toggled off to unavailable, Grubhub will send you a message saying, hey, you better toggle back on or we're going to take your block off. It takes about maybe 5 minutes before they send you that message. And that's a good thing, because right now, like, I'm not getting any orders with Grubhub. So like if I was scheduled with Uber right now, I could turn on Uber and I can get orders with Uber. Like, let's say that Grubhub is slow for whatever reason, I can hit that button, pause it for about 5 minutes until I get that message telling me log back in, and then I can hit the taking offers again real quick, and then I can turn it back off, and that basically resets it for another 5 minutes. So if it's slow, I could turn it off, because what happens is, if I was to take off my block right now, I get penalized. So essentially, basically, to not get penalized, you toggle between on and off within 5 minutes. I know. And yeah, you could basically work other apps. So if I'm not going to get an order here with Grubhub, like an extended long period of time, then I'll probably toggle them off real quick and then take a order with Uber, although I'm not scheduled with Uber right now because I'm scheduled with Grubhub. But anyway, I'm talking a lot of nuance here. But and another reason you know why DoorDash wants people to work is because, first of all, look at this fucking referral rewards, dude. If you refer someone, they get $600 if they complete a certain amount of trips, a new person, and then you get $900. That's a huge referral, bro. That's saying that they need fucking drivers out right now. All right, I mean, Grubhub, if you're not gonna give me any orders, I'm gonna log in with fucking DoorDash. So let's go. So let me log in with DoorDash. And let's just go till, wow, let's give me a whole thing, bro. Let's let me go all the way. Let's just go till 9 p.m. I'm telling you, these apps have the power to do anything they want. If they wanted me to work at any time, they would do that. Oh, I can't dash now? Oh, okay. Let's try till 12 a.m. See if that works. Oh, I can't do that? Why not? I'm trying to schedule myself 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Oh, I can't do that? Okay, maybe I was wrong this whole time. Maybe DoorDash is just glitching like it used to always do. Oh, I can't do that? Oh, I can't do that? Yeah, it's a glitch. God dang it. So all this shit, it's a glitch. You can't even log in. Can't save, can't log in, can't dash now. Glitch. Fuck it, let's log in with Uber. We're gonna take orders. So basically at this time, if I'm not getting anything with Grubhub, I'll log in with Uber. And whichever one gets me the order first, I'll take. Likely it's gonna be Uber. And then I'll pause the other one. So let's just wait, because I'm not sitting out here at Grubhub. You're not gonna give me any fucking orders, man. 14 minutes. Uber.
Head to your pickup at Chick-fil-A 144 Fulton Street.
So you're going to Chick-fil-A. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause Grubhub. Bam. And what's gonna happen is, after 5 minutes, Grubhub's gonna send me a message saying, "Hey, you better toggle back on, or we're gonna take your schedule off." So when I get that message,
turn right on Fulton
I just toggle on and then toggle off real quick, and then it basically resets it. Because like I said, I can't drop my fucking block, because if I drop my block, I won't be Premier anymore, and I won't be able to schedule myself. So. And how about this acquisition? This place called Wonder has bought Grubhub today.
Turn right on Fulton Street.
So let's see if Wonder can fucking do better than Grubhub, because Grubhub was sinking. Alright, we're going to Chick-fil-A. To toggle on. Eventually you're going to do that. You're going to forget to toggle on. You're going to get kicked off with Grubhub. It's going to hurt your ratings, but whatever. I don't really care, dude. Well, I do care, but yep. Cool, thanks. About 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna toggle on real quick and then toggle off. You see that? And that basically resets the time. I gotta remember to do that. That's the only part that sucks. And so what I can do in this case, I can go on Uber and put stop new requests. So what this is going to do, it's going to stop new requests from happening, because when you get closer to the drop off, Uber sends you another order to keep you going, right? But if I can toggle on with Grubhub right before I drop off this order, then I might be able to get an order with Grubhub. Anyway, I'm not going to do that all night. That's more like shit I used to do when I used to stack orders and stuff like that, but whole nother story. But yeah, I'm gonna try to stay on Grubhub, but if it's not gonna give me orders, I'm not gonna stay on, man. Thing where, if you're late to the drop off or the pickup, they penalize you. And I think you need like an 85% or higher, either 80 or 85% or higher with on-time arrivals to keep it premier. So you got a little bit more leeway, because with scheduling and something else or the other, I forgot, scheduling and canceling orders, you need like a 95% for both of those to keep premier with Grubhub. But you still don't want to be late and stuff with Grubhub. They give you a little bit more leeway though. So basically, by the time I get to this place, I'm going to turn on Grubhub. Unless it's like a big stairs or something. Anyway, whatever. It's pretty cool. Right now we're in Chinatown. See the lights. Mulberry Street, they always shut down the street during the weekends, and like there's people walking through here and stuff.
Wait.
Alright, drop off here to the left. This is... Okay.
For James by chance?
Yep, got you right now. Alright, perfect timing, huh? Alright. This.
Thank you so much.
Yep. And then this.
Yeah, save a trip.
All right, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one. So I'm toggling in with Grubhub. Come on, Grubhub. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Get me something here. So if I remember back before the mandate, around 9:10 was slow time, and it's 9:30 right now, 9:20. So that might be the reason I'm not getting orders with Grubhub. But I ain't gonna wait around forever, Grubhub. Let's go. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Too long. I'm gonna turn Uber back on. I'm not out here waiting for nothing. Let's go. It's a busy season and everything. I should be getting orders, man. I knew something was suspicious with DoorDash, dude. You got all those schedules open and you got Dash now. DoorDash is like the king of glitches too, so I should have known better. One for like 15 minutes, the other for like 20 something odd minutes. I don't know which one this is, probably the one for 15. So we're gonna turn Grubhub back off because I'm not getting any orders with Grubhub. Pause it, go back to Uber. At this point, bro, I don't even care. Like, I don't even care if I lose Grubhub Premier. Like, I really don't. Because I was doing fine with Uber before Grubhub. So, I mean, Grubhub's nice to have, but I don't need it. I just don't care anymore. I just don't want to play fucking games anymore. Just give me orders, bro. Let me work. 15 minutes. Uber. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good with this mic. I think I'll be all right because I have the full face helmet on because the wind. I got a shield to block the wind. And I got the wired mic, which I'm not sure how well it picks up, but I think last time I recorded with it, it was pretty good.
Go to bed so early, Dave.
Yep, Diego.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. Thank you.
Is it only 3?
Alright, next pickup is Crumble Cookies. About 4 minutes to the north. So yeah, I might have offended food delivery drivers that are like, what do you mean it's chump change, blah blah blah. What I said earlier, saying how like, why would I lie about my earnings? This shit's chump change. Well look dude, it's for New York City, it's not much, bro. Like, and what's even funny about that is I've done polls on my community posts. I ask how much people are making like a week, and I beat everybody because if you look at the polls, either people are doing this part-time or they're not even doing that. But there's very few people, I can tell from looking at the polls. I don't want to say how much I make a week. I know people want to know, but I make more a week because flat out I just work more. That's the only reason. You know, there's nothing I'm doing special really. I just work more. At first when I started doing this, I was making like 26, and then I started making like 30. That's before the mandate, like an hour. And I never really made that much. Like I've never made $30 an hour before I started doing this, and I was just like, and in my head I was like, oh, maybe I can just do this forever because it's independence. I never had this kind of independence before from a job, kind of working on my own, doing my own hours, making $30 an hour. And in my head I was just, maybe I can just do this for a long, long time, you know. And then quickly that reality went away. Small box, just put it in here like this. I'm not sure if you guys saw it. See, I just got that message from Grubhub. Log in, bitch. Log in. Log off. There you go. How about you give me orders, Grubhub? A couple minutes before this drop off, but yeah, so when I first started doing this, in my head I'm like, maybe I can just do this for a long time, you know. Maybe I can do this for a while and life will be happy ever since. But somewhere along the lines my senses hit me and I'm just like, yeah, why? You're out in the elements, you know. There's other things with electric unicycles. You have to depend on electric unicycles that can literally catch apartments on fire. You're basically at the whim of these food delivery apps. The potential of earnings could be significantly higher. You have a degree. What are you doing? So, yeah, that's kind of where my mind's at. Off. Hello. I have a food delivery.
Yes, you have delivery. Thank you very much. No problem.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you.
So anyway, So when I knocked, sometimes the customers say leave it at the door, through the door, and in that case, that's what he said. So that is what I did. Got another order, 8:58. Cool, thank you. So I just got another order for 8:58 for 16 minutes, which is good. Oh, this is another reason I do podcasts, because with podcasts, I don't have to think about food delivery. I don't have to do deliveries, and I can just stay on a topic and really get into depth. But like I said, with this food delivery shit here in Manhattan, I mean, your focus is everywhere. It is so hard to do a conversation. I'll try to say this quick. So yeah, like I said, end of 2003, I realized that the government wasn't going to pay off my student loans, right? Learned my lesson. That's a long story with that. I'm not going to get into that. I did wait a little bit to see what the fuck they were going to do. And then I realized, hey, yeah, government's not going to pay this shit off. So I had like 20,000 left in loans from my student loans. And since the early 2024, I've just been working a lot. I could have been working more, but basically I only have $2,000 left, and I'll be able to pay that off by the end of the year. So no more student loans. Wow, it's going to be amazing. And then I've been working on my portfolio to try to get a job in the software shit, which I heard is starting to open up now a little bit, because there was a lot of layoffs and shit after the pandemic. Because basically what happened, this is just my stupid knowledge of the thing from hearsay, is that the tech jobs, like coding jobs and stuff like that, they started hiring a lot during the pandemic because they needed, I forgot the reason why, but they just needed more people during the pandemic, and then they started laying people off after the pandemic because there wasn't as much need, and then so it's harder to get a job. And now I think it's starting to get better, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so for like the last year, I've just been working on my portfolio, because you can't get hired in this shit without experience, and I don't know, just talking out my ass right now. Doing that for last year, finally finished a project. Started on my next project. I was thinking about devoting a video to showcase my projects, but I don't know, because if I do that, I'm just going to be focused on the video, not really focused on, I don't know, I just don't know if I want to do that right now. But anyway, my goal is to hopefully within the next year have a job in software, and that will change everything. I know it's going to be hard. I know once I finish a portfolio, that's just the beginning, but well, it's not the beginning. I got my degree, I got the portfolio. Then I just need to basically network like a motherfucker, improve my portfolio, all that shit. But hey, it's either that or fucking make $20 an hour for the rest of my fucking life, and don't want to do that. What the fuck? What is this? 2005? Am I even at the right? Alright, here we go. You might say, hey dude, why did it take you a year to do a portfolio, or to do a project? Bro, that is a whole story in itself. But basically, I redid fucking AliExpress, okay? I basically redid AliExpress from little experience, and I learned along the way. And that takes time, okay? When you're not using any frameworks or anything like that. Right. See, that's another instance where it says meet at the door, you knock, and then the customer says thanks because they don't want to open the door. All right. Next pickup is Party and Healthy. It's real close here.
Está de lado, está para arriba.
Hello. I have a pickup for this person. Zach. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Anyway, I'm real proud, bro. I got $2,000 left. I gotta spend on my fucking school debt, and then that's gone. I won't have any more debt. I've had it for a long time. I think I started with like 42,000 when I got out of school. I paid that off very slowly, and then 2024 I really kicked it into gear. Paid off half that debt in like a year, which on my salary, and it was doing food delivery. You know, no one helped me. Pretty proud of it, dude. Okay, let's zigzag here. Bike doesn't know if he was going left or right. But yeah, my income, bro, that's pretty damn good. 20 grand plus all the other shit I got, all the bills I got and stuff like that. That's pretty damn good. So I'm pretty proud of myself. One thing, you know, one thing I learned from this is one thing I've been wanting to say. One of the biggest things I learned from school is not even the education. It's to never go into debt again, and to be extremely careful about what you sign up for, especially when it comes to money and debt. That's the biggest lesson. And yeah, dude, you know, especially, you know, listen to Ramsey, like the Ramsey show. They talk a lot about this. That's kind of their whole, sorry about that, go ahead. Thank you. That's basically the whole theme of their show, is to get out of debt and then save money, invest, blah blah blah. And that really hit home for me, to like never do that again. Oh God, so hard to hold a conversation. Anyway, if you want to like hear my whole story, and now this thing interrupts, great, perfect, thank you. If you want to hear my whole story on that, like why I'm doing food delivery, like my whole college thing, the whole debt thing, just check out this video here. It's called I Quit. It was a podcast I did when the mandate flipped. I thought they were doing like $17 an hour. It's a whole story, I don't even remember, but somewhere in there I talk about my whole journey, and I really get into depth. And if you want to listen to that, it's pretty long, but it's in there somewhere. You listen to that, you can get more information on that. But anyway, there's a east and a west tower here. This one, east tower. So I think this is the east tower right here. Yeah. No, it's the west tower. Woo, it's windy. I tell you, when you do this job, you become like a professional meteorologist. I think that's the term, where you do the climate and shit. Because last thing you want is to come out here not wearing the right apparel and freeze your ass off. So I look at the wind, I look at the weather, I look at the precipitation, all that. I think about the time the sun rises, everything. Like all that affects the fucking weather. Like it can be like 70 degrees, but there's like a fucking 15-mile-an-hour wind. It can feel like 40, I'm telling you. Hey, 16E, I'm just gonna write the name. Ooh, that was close. I almost put it the wrong spot. 6:30. Sorry, I got the wrong spot here. Is that the right? The wrong spot. This is 6:20. 6:26. Jeez. This hardly ever happens, bro. It's recording. It's when I record. This is 6:30. The last thing you want is, yeah. The last thing you want to do is fucking carry this bitch across. Last thing you want to do is drop off an order, then go like 10 blocks away, then get a call from the customer, and then have to come all the way back. So that's never fun. Thank God I saw that. Hello. I have a food delivery.
Yeah, food deliveries, you have to go on the back side. There is a doorman on the back side.
Okay, thank you. I hate when that happens. This is one of these places where after a certain time, they stop, because this is like the food delivery entrance where I'm going right now. But after a certain time at night, they make you go through the front, so you can never tell. All these places are different. We don't know. Ugh. So I've had Grubhub on ever since. This thing's talking in my ear. I can't. I've had Grubhub on ever since I was at the other place across the street. Still haven't got an order with Grubhub. So come on, Grubhub. Like, what the fuck? Grubhub's one of those apps where you get an order, you do an order, then they send you more orders. Hello. I have a food delivery. Yep. All right, no problem.
What is your company name?
Uber.
Check the name of the customer for me.
It says Faye. Yep.
Go all the way down.
All right. So you get to the point where when you go to reception and you just look at them in the face, you can tell they're going to give you an issue. He was one of those people. You could just, maybe you saw it in the recording, but you could just tell. They look at you like they got something to say. He was one of them. Hey, how's it going? 16.
The apartment? Just to the right when you step up.
All right, no problem.
I'll be here waiting for you.
All right, thank you. No, wrong way. Yep, that's right here.
Thank you very much.
Here you go, no problem. Have a good one. Thank you.
Stay warm.
I'll try. Holy sh! I must have got a tip somewhere. Holy fuck, bro. A $64 tip? What the fuck? Damn, that 3 times, bro, gave me a fucking $64 tip. What the fuck? Hold on 1 second. Hold on, bro. Look at that. I already know what order that was. That was that fucking big ass order I did. See? That thing was $334 for that base pay. But it was that big ass order, and it was a corporation. It was the Uber corporation. That's for a whole bunch of employees, so they probably tipped me. I got a matching order right now for $12. Damn, 64, that might be a record for me, bro. So it was a double order. That double order, it was a 3 times order, and then it was the Dead Rabbit or something, the fucking restaurant. A huge order. It had to be the huge order because it was A, it was a huge order. B, it was a corporation likely for a whole bunch of employees. And corporations, like I was speaking of earlier, they're the people that tip, really, and that tip good. So I almost canceled that order, dude, because I'm like, look at all this food I got to do for $3.34 base pay. But believe it or not, a lot of people don't tip on those big ass orders with Uber, but this person obviously did. That probably might be a record for me. $64. Wow. Let me check that shit out again, bro. Let me see that. Unavailable emotion. Get out of my face, man. Earnings. And that was the only tip I got too. Yeah, look at that. I'm not bullshitting. Turned out to be a $73.29 order. $64.45. Some thanks for tip for sure. So you can't really see which. It was 2 trips, like I said. It was a three times, which is that Asian food. That was a small order, and then that big order. So I'm almost certain it was that big order. Had to be. Ain't no one gonna give me that fucking tip. No individuals are gonna give me that tip, but that had to be a fucking from a corporation, bro. They probably tallied all their tips or something. I don't know. Or it was just some rich ass motherfucker, like a businessman. Like, here you go, dude. Buy yourself some fucking gum. I'm literally clowning on myself right now. Yeah. That was awesome.